All right, guys. Hey, this is Suchitoto. Thank you. This is a town here in El Salvador that's known for producing indigo. There's indigo production, just like in Japan. So we're gonna walk around and see what's going on. We're gonna see the beautiful shops and stores and restaurants that are here. And what's crazy is as we're walking around, you can see that there are these flags and these guys behind me here. This entire group behind me, they work for the government. And what they're doing is they're training people to use the new Chivo app, which is the government-made Bitcoin wallet. So Joanne and I came here just to have a little mini vacation. We came here to get away from social media and just do content about, a nice little town in El Salvador. And, we try to get away from the politics of Bitcoin because that's what another video I'm recording right now at the same time is about. But of course, it seems to follow us. So we do have kind of a story behind us of the El Salvadorian government. But that's okay. I think what they're doing is good. They're training people on Bitcoin, but that's not what this video is about. If you want to watch that video on the politics of Bitcoin in El Salvador, you can go ahead and click the link up here somewhere. But for now, we're just going to enjoy, look at this. It's like beautiful. It's like Animal Crossing New Horizon here. It's just a beautiful tropical paradise. Ice cream guy coming around with a Transformer sticker on his cart right there. So we're gonna check out the stores and shops. We did get a hotel room here that is very strange. there's a Jesus statue in there with, ooh, the bells are ringing now. It must be noon or something. All right, hey man.
Hey.
What's your name?
My name is Orlando.
Orlando.
I'm Elmer.
Elmer. Nice to meet you. I was just recognized here walking around, and these two kids came up and said, "Oh, I recognize you from Twitter." It's like, that's amazing. Well, that's been the first time I've been recognized. And we just got these stickers. So we got these stickers celebrating the 200th year anniversary, which is so cool.
Can we take a picture?
Yes, sure. Can you hold my camera? You can get video of it.
This is over there, yeah. Ah,
Over here?
Yeah.
Okay, sure. How old are you guys?
I'm 22.
22?
23.
Oh, cool, guys.
Are you?
I'm 33. Yeah.
You're
Indigo, I think so you already 25 or 23.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I like this guy. I like this guy. He says I look 20, 25 or so. I like him. Great.
okay.
Hey, man.
Thank you.
So much, yeah.
Hey, man.
They want the picture.
Oh, okay,
You
come.
take a picture of we killed.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
I know, it's okay. All right.
Thank you.
Buenos dias. Gracias. Thank you. So as you saw out there, a bunch of people recognized me and wanted to have pictures taken with me. And they were, I think, working for the Chivo app, which is pretty funny. But now, again, this is just supposed to be a travel vlog. It's not supposed to be about Chivo or Bitcoin or any of this stuff. It's just supposed to be a travel vlog here in Suchitoto. So this is the indigo that they're so famous for here. It really reminds me of being in Japan, seeing all of the beautiful handmade indigo here. I'm sure the price of these shirts are going to be like 1/10 the cost of the Japanese ones, and probably the same quality, if not even better. $45 for sure. So that's actually pretty much on par as the handmade ones in Japan, which is good to see. But they have all kinds of hats. They have even masks in indigo. I'm only seeing women's clothing, so I don't know if they also have men's. According to Joanne, when the Spanish came here and took over, they forced or encouraged or some combination between there for the local El Salvadorians to do their indigo process. So actually, this might be a men's shirt here. But yeah, it's just absolutely gorgeous stuff. I love indigo, first off. Indigo has such an interesting history. Chemically, it's so fascinating. This is the process of making indigo. They crush these leaves, and they're green. And as you crush it into liquid, you can submerge your garments in there, your white garments. They absorb the chemical, and then after it's exposed to light, sunlight, it turns this blue color. So that's the process. And the way they get this to look like this, where it's white, is they'll rubber band it, sort of like tie-dye. You can see the pattern here of these flowers. Those are actually little bunches of fabric that they wrap in rubber bands. So very similar to tie-dye. What else are you getting? Wow. You're an indigo king. Wow. So this is the indigo powder. My favorite country in the world to travel to is Japan. And every single time I go there, I always buy a ton of indigo because we all know Japan has the best indigo. Turns out it's not true. They say, at least Joanne found online, they say that the best indigo is here. And the reason is because of the soil, the volcanic soil is very good for the plants. The temperature is very good for the plants. So you have a higher quality, healthier plant that produces better, more dye, I don't know. But yeah, it's here, not in Japan. So looking at the shops, it could be the case. I think that's pretty cool. Look at this view, by the way. This is so beautiful.
That's a good picture.
All right, now we're going into another indigo shop. Here's another one. So they have little purses and pocketbooks, little leashes for dogs and cats. As we're walking along, there's all kinds of little restaurants here, and also just houses, people leaving their doors open, and shops. And you keep seeing these little red cars that the tourists drive, and they're going down. But yeah, just people's houses here behind me, people outside of their doors. And what is this Cholito doing here? So anyway, it's starting to rain a little bit, which scares me because this is a camera, and the camera is not exactly waterproof. But we're walking down towards the lake. So this area, Suchitoto, is a big lake region. Oh, it's really starting to rain. Joe, we better get moving under some shade. It is really raining hard. Here, come over here. The good thing about the rain here, it seems, is that it clears up. It's gone after like a minute or two. So hopefully that remains true.
I want to take my mask off.
It is really raining. Look at this. All right, they're letting us in. Can you hold this?
Sí, deberían dar uno con paraguas, sí.
Yeah.
Para que así no mojarse. Está en una sillita.
So it's raining so hard out there that, wow.
Oh, gracias.
Gracias. Gracias. Ah, sí.
Pasa, sí. Porque no se puede.
Wow.
Mojándose.
The people here are so kind, so nice. Bueno. It's raining outside, and they bring us chairs to sit in their shop and wait until the rain passes. You would only find this El Salvador, just the nicest people in the world. Gracias, gracias. So we have our Regia beer, and this is a beer that in El Salvador, many people say good. Bueno cerveza. See? Very good beer. So, look, you haven't lived until you've traveled to a country you were scared of going before, just to be invited in by people who are so nice, have a cold beer, and find out that we're not so different. That's the most important part of travel, is seeing that firsthand. It's easy to understand it. It's easy to be on Twitter and think you know that, but until you travel, until you experience it yourself, the goodness and kindness of others, for no gain, no personal gain, then your perspective changes and you become more accommodating when you're back home in your own country, which is so important too. So I'm noticing as we're walking down this long street that goes to the lake, that a lot of the doors people cover with different blankets and different sheets, different materials, and actually a lot of them are rather beautiful. So, I mean, look at these doors, man. I know it's sort of a stupid thing to obsess about the doorways and doors, but the different materials, the different fabrics, the different types of wood on all the doors here are just really captivating. I mean, the metalwork changes as you go down. We saw one place that's a pupuseria, and the pupuseria has Jewish stars of David on it, which are really beautiful. It's a pupuseria of Moses. So there you go. Little dog having his lunch here. So lago means lake, and the lake is down this way, but it's starting to rain pretty heavy. So we better get moving. Don't slip though. This is a steep hill, but it is raining hard. It's coming, I can feel it, about to start any second. And I have my camera. So we're gonna hide under here. At least until the rain passes.
It just keeps raining and stopping and raining and stopping.
It would be easier if it just rained and then we know not to go out. But it keeps stopping and then starting, that's the problem. All right, we made our way down the mountain. It must have been a 30-minute walk, something like that, maybe 45-minute walk. And we're at the end. In front of me is the lake, and I see cows, chickens, all kinds of stuff, poop. Cow poop down there, something. And behind me, that's the lake. This is the lake behind me. Now the thing is, it's been raining so much that the water flooded in. So now we can't walk. There's sort of like a bridge that crosses to an island over here, but there's literally no way for us to get over it. They do have boats over here. There's boats back there, but this is like a private residence. It's not like anything to do. And when we walked down here, we thought that this area was gonna be like restaurants and things to do and things to see. But there is sort of like a little mini market here, I guess, with a family, but there's not really anything to do. And the road itself is less of a road and more of a river. Now that we've walked all the way down here, we have to walk all the way back. Shouldn't be too bad. I need the exercise. I've been eating too many pupusas down here in El Salvador. If you don't know what a pupusa is, it's basically a quesadilla on steroids. Think about a quesadilla stuffed with cheese and maybe chicken, maybe beans, but definitely cheese. And then what they do is, it's like a corn tortilla, but instead of a thin little tortilla, it's super thick, and the cheese is stuffed inside. So it's a very, very thick, fried, cheesy corn dish. And in El Salvador, it's very common to eat that, basically like every day for dinner. It's a very common daily dinner thing. Sort of like how in America, I don't know, like a typical family will have like a piece of protein, a vegetable, and then like a carb, like rice or potato or something. That's sort of their meal. We have the carb of the corn, you have the fat of the cheese, and then you have the protein that goes in it, and then it gets served with pickle and tomato sauce. So at some point while we're here, we'll eat that, and I'll show that on video so you can see. Yeah, so this is the hotel that we're staying at. 2 levels, very big, and with as big as it is, you'd expect it to be really fancy and upscale. It's okay. I mean, you know, we're in this small town in the middle of El Salvador, and they try to make the hotel really nice. So, you know, inside it's really big, but it's also kind of like, you know, I don't want to bad talk the hotel while I'm here and have like some staff be like, is everything not okay? Everything's fine. It's just, anyway, look, whatever. I'm not going to, you guys get what I'm saying. So right now we're going to go walk around and get some pastries. It's nighttime. We're dried off after the rainstorm today. I haven't backed up my footage in like days, and I have so much content to go through, so I'm gonna spend the rest of the day doing that. Gonna have a quiet day, quiet night, I should say. Hola. But it's very pretty here. Let me show you guys something. They have these palm trees over here with lights inside of them, and they're amazing. They're so nice to look at.